to have saints in front of us. संत चरण जहां जहां पड़े वहां तीर्थ कहां कहां बन जाए. Wherever saints go and put their lotus feet, there on itself it becomes a tirtha. Sometimes we seek the pilgrimage places to go and visit, to be benefited, and sometimes those places come to us. The rare occasions we can spare in our life to have the possibility to start seeking ourselves with the guidance of elevated and great souls. As we chanted a chaupai from the Ramayana, Nar Sahasra Mahasunahu Purari, Kovikaho Dharma Pratadhari. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna indicates the same thing. Manushyanam Sahasrayesu, from thousands and thousands of people, some of them go to the path of righteousness, leaving behind all the glitter and glamour. What is the attraction of the common man? An attraction of the common man is also understandable because Mahatma Ji will explain to you that the Upanishad says, Paranchikhani Vidrat Swayambhu Tasmar Paranga Pashyati Nam Daratama. Because all our senses are derived to the outwards, to the outside. It is not common, not easy to look inside. We tend to see outwards. The day Kaschit Dhira Pratek Matman Naichanna. The day one soul with the grace of the divine tend to do so that they close the eyes, they close their eyes on the outer world and start looking inwards. Then the real journey will start from there. My dear souls, a journey of life starts right there, the moment you meet an elevated soul. Because, however, you will be benefited for it anyway. Whether you do something or not, whether you talk with it or not, whether you ask questions or not, only being in a neighborhood, the vibration is good enough to turn your senses from outwards to inwards. Bahar ke pat band kar, andar ke pat khol, as Kabir Das ji says. So we have to close the eyes to the outwards, where all this glittering of this world is attracting us. But ultimately, what is that? It's all fake. It's all maya. It's all not reality. Reality, according to the scriptures, real and unreal, the difference between real and unreal is the real is never changing and the unreal is always changing. So you see for yourself and determine for yourself what is real and what is unreal. Is the human being real? Is he changing or is he not changing? You answer, is he changing or not? If he is changing, he is not real. What about the nature? Is nature changing? If it is changing, it is not real. Anything what has the change in him, when you see it changing, that means real is not there. Whatever stays there as it is, as the mountain, the rock is there, that will lead you to reality. My dear souls, When you meet saints, elevated souls, then you can only be grateful for the moments you can spend with them and the knowledge you can get from them. Today we are blessed to have in this Shiv Mandir Swami Fakiranji Maharaj, and now I will ask him to deliver his message to the mankind, however they can be delivered from their plight and from the sufferings, as they don't know if it is suffering, but they do still to be invited. Swamiji. Water.
My dearest sisters and brothers, and my honorable and respectable my brothers, Swamiji, and the people of the world. As I have been already introduced, that I am the disciple of His Holiness Sri Satpalji Maharaj from India, Haridwar. And I have come here to give his message that there is one truth for the entire mankind. And that truth is that life force, that Atma, that Brahma, that God, that Khuda, permeating all within us. The problem is that we talk a lot, and we also know that there is something within us which makes us exist in this world, regardless of caste, color and creed, regardless of any difference in the country we are born in, any languages we speak in. But the question is how to remain connected with that. And when it comes to realize, to visualize, to see, and remain connected, there we find ourselves absolutely cut off. So that's why Lord Rama, when he came back from Lanka, after defeating the demon king Ravana, who was the embodiment of negativities, he had got everything at his command. He was a very, very great scientist. Like we have also so many things in our command. It is said that Varuna Devata, the god of water, used to serve Ravana. We have also got all the plumbing system, and the water is right in our command. Okay. It is said that on Devata, the god of wind, was under the control of Ravana. We have got also all the mechanism fitted and fixed. Wherever you like, you switch it on and the fan starts moving. And it is said that he had the command over Agni Devata, the god of fire. We also have got all the fixities, all the arrangements, wherever you like, switch it on, and the heater goes on, fire goes on, everything. So, despite everything he had, but his mind was not in his control. And the same thing is happening with us. Despite everything we do, mind itself. Try to have introspection. Then you will find that the negativities are still seated within us. Anger, frustration, jealousy, envy, turbulence, darkness, all these things are deep rooted within us. So that's why the main problem is to fight within and wipe out all the negativities. That is our common responsibility, that is our common objective, especially in this human form. When Lord Rama comes back from Lanka after wiping out Ravana, the people started celebrating. They celebrated his arrival to Ayodhya by the Festival of Lights. You know that already. And the Festival of Light indicates that, oh man, you are celebrating the festivity of light and lighting up so many unlit candles, but have ever you tried that how to lit your corazon, your consciousness, your heart? There is infinite light shining within us, but we do not see that. We believe, everybody knows that spiritually we are all one. And that spirituality, that truth, that God, that anything you call, no problem. It has got its potential phenomenon, it has got its kinetic phenomenon. And we all know that energy manifests in form of Lord Rama, it manifested Lord Krishna, Lord Buddha, Lord Jesus, Saint Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So many great masters came. You cannot count them. See, only because when a man becomes extrovert, when a man remains disconnected, he comes to establish the connectivity. And that authority is called our Guru, our Master, our God, our Ram, our Jesus. So we are talking about everything in the past, and also we are thinking for the future. Maybe my Lord Rama will come in Ayodhya or something like that in future, and you are very great. Some